Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he was almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. they'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said. And this is caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now Newman on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Newman. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass. A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good. How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series.
2nd and 7. Now Newman. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone.
Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Newman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now it's Newman. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. That'll be a gain of 16. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fourth down. Here's Newman. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they'll throw on first down with Newman. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going deep for Brown. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but they were way of the late here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Throwing now, Newman on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Newman. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Newman throwing the out route and complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2, Benson?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a long time, no doubt.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Green to bring it back. And able to get this out to the 25. second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Newman. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Giants. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Newman looking to throw it. Touchdown, Giants! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, Newman. He dumps it off to Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Running left, it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now it's Newman. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Play action. Newman. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Newman. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing again, Newman. That's complete to Tony. 7 yards, the pickup there.
working with a 2nd and 3. Newman. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to win the football at their own 18-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second and 16. Now a handoff. Coming left is Gainwell.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Gainwell.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground as Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Newman to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the offense. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They go play action now. Newman. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now Newman on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Newman. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and throw for it with Newman. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Get to throw again here, Newman.
He completes it to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point. And they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And